Hello everyone, welcome to Geeta's classes. So this is a continuation of the previous video, that is first is binomial distribution we have seen. In this series we are seeing discrete probability distributions. First one is binomial, then geometric and Poisson distribution we are going to discuss. Binomial distribution is over. Now geometric distribution, we are going to see geometric distribution in this class. Okay. So I'll give you one example. From that you will understand what is geometric distribution, right? So a fair die is thrown and the number of throws it takes to throw a 3 is recorded. Okay, number of throws it takes to get a 3 is recorded, right? So here the success is P is success always, and this is also it is equivalent to, it is almost similar to binomial distribution, only one small change will be there in the PMF. Okay, how we are going to form this PMF we'll see. So here I am going to get a 3. So my success is getting a 3. Okay, so 3 is my success. So what is my failure? Not getting 3. So I am going to represent it as 3 bar here in the diagram. Okay. So 3 and 3 bar. If I am getting a 3, it is called a success. If I am not getting a 3, it is called a failure. What is the probability? I am throwing one die. What is the probability that I am getting 3? Here, what is the sample space? You know, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So what is the probability that we'll get a 3? That is our success. It is 1 by 6. Okay. So here it is 5 by 6. Failure is 5 by 6. Success is 1 by 6. Failure is 5 by 6. So I am throwing one die and till I get 3, I am going to throw that. Okay. So in the first go, in the first throw itself, if I get, then what will be the probability? 1 by 6, right? If I don't get in the first throw, if I don't get 3, then it is my failure, right? So first throw, if it is success, my probability that first throw is 3 is 1 by 6. Okay. So that is getting a 3 on the first throw. Getting a 3 on first throw. Similarly, now I am not getting in the first throw. So what will I do? In the first, so 3 on the second throw will be equal to, now first throw what happened? It is failed, right? So probability that it is failed is 5 by 6 into, now see, first happened already and second also should happen. Now in the second throw, if I get 3, then the probability will be 1 by 6. And if I don't get a 3, then the probability will be 5 by 6, right? So now if I get a 6, get a 3, so what will be my probability? First one, it is a failure, that is 5 by 6, that is our Q. And second is success. So if I get in the second throw, this will be the probability, right? So if I don't get in the second throw also, it is failed, not a success. So I am not getting 3 in the second throw. So what will happen? This should happen. First one and second one. Till I get 3, I have to throw, no? So third try. I am getting in the, I am trying in the third try. So if I get 3, it is a success, 1 by 6. If I don't get 3, it will be a failure, that is 5 by 6. So probability that 3 on the third throw will be what? See, first I am not getting 3. So it is failed, 5 by 6. And second also, second should happen, right? So now I didn't get 3. So it is a failure. That should happen. And now in the third throw, I got 3. So it is a success, 1 by 6, right? So this can be written as 5 by 6 the whole squared into 1 by 6. Similarly, probability that 3 on the fourth throw will be equal to 5 by 6 the whole cube into 1 by 6, because third time also it is failed, then I'll try in the fourth time also, right, etc. So in general I can write probability that I have to get a success. Okay, so probability of k, x is equal to k, or small x you can say, is equal to, see, you can observe here, if it is in the first throw, q power 0, there is no q, no failure at all, so only p. If it is on the second throw, q power 1 and p power 1, right? On the third throw, then 5 by 6 the whole square. So if it is third throw, then it is 2. If it is fourth throw, it is 3, and so on. So in general, q power k minus 1 into p. Okay, I should get the first success. Till I get the success, I have to repeat the experiment. That is what. Why it is geometric here? You can observe. Here it is 5 by 6, then 5 by 6 the whole square, 5 by 6 the whole cube, whole power 4, and so on. That is why the name came from this. It is a geometric distribution. Okay, so we have some conditions for this. They are independent trials. It is also similar to all the conditions, almost all the conditions are same as binomial distribution. They have to be independent trials. That is, the second trial does not depend on the first experiment, and so on. Okay, and each with a constant probability. That is, getting a 3 is always 1 by 6 only. Not getting a 3 is always 5 by 6 only, and so on. Okay, so it will not change. P will not change. P is always 1 by 6. Q is always 5 by 6. That's what. So now P of success and Q of failure, where P plus Q is equal to 1 always. And if X is a random variable, which is the number of trials up to and including the first success. Okay, then X is said to be distributed as a geometric distribution. The proper definition, let us see. A random variable X is said to follow geometric distribution if it assumes only non-negative values and its probability distribution is given by probability of X is equal to X, or K, you can say it is Q power X minus 1 into P. And what are the values of X? 1, 2, 3, and so on. That is why it is discrete, right? And Q is equal to 1 minus P. What is this P? Always success. Q is our failure, and X is the number of trials required to get the first success. Or you can say number of failures preceding the first success. Before getting the first success, how many failures are occurring before that? Okay, and it is a discrete distribution, as X can take only the integral values 1, 2, 3, and so on. And if any variable follows geometric distribution, it is said to be geometric variate, right? Now we can prove that it is the probability mass function. So what is P of X is equal to X is Q power X minus 1 into P, right? Where X varies from 1, 2, 3, and so on. Yeah. Now let us prove that it is a probability mass function. What is the probability mass function? First you have to prove that it is a non-zero value. Now P of X, P of small x not equal to 0, greater than or equal to 0. Because P is the probability, Q is also probability, they cannot be negative, and power will be definitely greater than or equal to 0. So first condition is satisfied, and second condition you have to prove that summation of all the probability is equal to 1, right? So let us consider sigma X varies from 1 to infinity, because first success, till we get the first success we keep on throwing, so it may be up to infinity, we can't say. So P of X is equal to small p into sigma X varies from 1 to infinity. What is P of X? Q power X minus 1 into P. Okay. So here X varies from 1 to infinity. So P is independent of X. That is why I am writing it as outside. Okay. I am taking P outside. Right. So this is equal to p into, now you expand this, x is equal to 1 means what? Q per 1 minus 1, that is q per 0, that is 1, right? When x is equal to 2, what will happen? 2 minus 1, so q, plus when x is equal to 3, q squared, plus etc. What is this definition? P into 1 minus q the whole power minus 1, right? That is equal to p into 1 by 1 minus q. What is 1 minus q? We know that p plus q is equal to 1. So q is equal to 1 minus p, right? Or 1 minus q is equal to 1 minus q is p. P is equal to 1 minus q. You can write q is equal to 1 minus p. We need here 1 minus q. So I am going to write it as p into 1 by 1 minus q is nothing but p. P will get cancelled. Therefore, it is equal to 1. We have started with p of sigma x varies from 1 to infinity p of x and it is equal to 1, right? And p of x is greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, p of x equal to x is a PMF, that is probability mass function. Okay. Now, let us find out the mean of this distribution. Mean mu is equal to, by definition, mean mu is equal to E of x, right? E of x. What is E of x by definition? Sigma x varies from 1 to infinity x into p of x. P of x equal to x, right? So this is equal to sigma x varies from 1 to infinity x into, what is p of x? This is the probability mass function for the geometric distribution, which is q per x minus 1 into p, right? So this is equal to, p can be taken outside because it is independent of x. So sigma x varies from 1 to infinity x into q per x minus 1, right? So this is equal to p into, now you expand this. When x is equal to 1, what will happen? 1 into q per 0, right? That is 1 only. Plus when x is equal to 2, what will happen? 2 into q per 1. Plus when x is equal to 3, 3 q squared plus etc. Okay, next term will be 4q and so on. So this is equal to p into, what is this definition? 1 plus 2q plus 3q squared plus etc. This is equal to p into, what is the definition of this expansion? 1 minus q the whole power minus 2, right? So p into 1 by 1 minus q squared. That is p into 1 by p squared, that is p squared will get cancelled, 1 by p. So 1 by p is the mean of the geometric distribution. Next, let us see variance of the geometric distribution. Variance of the geometric distribution. So what is the variance formula? Variance of x is equal to E of x squared minus mu squared, E of x the whole squared or mu squared. That is by definition, this is sigma x varies from 1 to infinity x squared into p of x minus mu squared, right? So this is equal to sigma x varies from 1 to infinity. I am going to make a small adjustment as we have done in the binomial distribution. X squared, I am going to write it as x into x minus 1 plus x into p of x minus 1 by p squared. 1 by p is our mu, we have found out to be 1 by p, therefore it is mu squared is 1 by p squared. And how I am writing this? This x squared I am writing like this, cx squared minus x plus x will get cancelled, that is why it is x squared. So just for our convenience I am writing like this. So this is equal to sigma x varies from 1 to infinity x into x minus 1 into q power x minus 1 into p. That is I am writing p of x here, okay, plus sigma x varies from 1 to infinity x into p of x minus 1 by p squared. Just I am expanding this, x into x minus 1 into p of x into p of x. Okay. So this is equal to sigma x varies from 1 to infinity. Now you substitute x values, or you can write x into x minus 1. In the next page we will write q power x minus 1 into p can be taken outside, plus what is this one? 1 by p, right, or mu you can say. It is nothing but e of x or mu minus 1 by p squared. So in the next page we will write this. It is equal to p into sigma x varies from 1 to infinity x into x minus 1 into q power x minus 1 plus 1 by p. E of x is nothing but 1 by p. X into x minus 1 q power x minus 1 plus e of x is 1 by p and minus 1 by p squared. Okay. So this is equal to p into, now substitute x is equal to 1. When you substitute x is equal to 1, this will become 0, right? When you substitute x is equal to 2, you will get 2 into 1 into q power 2 minus 1, that is 1. That is 2q, right? Plus, when you substitute x is equal to 3, this is for x equal to 2. When x is equal to 1, it will become 0. This is when x is equal to 3, 3 into 2 into q squared. Q power, when x is equal to 3, what will happen? 3 minus 2, so q squared. Plus, the next term will become 4 into 3 into q plus etc. plus 1 by p minus 1 by p squared. Okay. So now what is common in this? P into 2q is common in all the terms. Have you observed? So 2q I can take it outside. P into 2q into 1. First term we have only 2q. So I am taking it outside. It will become 1 plus 2 and 1q has come out. So this will become 3q. Right? Plus 6q squared. Plus if you want you can check the next term. It will be 10 into q plus etc. plus 1 by p minus 1 by p square. Okay. So this will be 2pq into 1 minus q the whole power minus 3. This is the expansion, binomial, using binomial expansion. 1 minus q the whole power minus 3 plus 1 by p. Right. So this is 2pq into 1 by 1 minus q is nothing but p, so I am writing it as pq plus 1 by p minus 1 by p squared. Here again I forgot this 1 minus p squared. 1 minus, 1 by p minus 1 by p squared. Okay, don't forget that. So p and here p cube, this will become square, right? So this is equal to 2q by p squared plus 1 by p minus 1 by p squared. Write it again. 2q by p squared plus 1 by p plus 1 by p minus plus 1 by p minus 1 by p squared. Right? So you take LCM as p squared. So 2q plus 1p minus 1, right? That is equal to, I am writing this for my convenience, q plus, this can be written as q plus p minus 1 by p squared. I am splitting this 2q into q plus q, right? So this is equal, because q plus p is 1 we know. So this can be written as q plus 1 minus 1 divided by p squared, that is q by p squared, because 1 and 1 will get cancelled, q by p squared. Okay, so q by p squared is our variance. We started with variance of x. So what is mean? Mean mu is equal to 1 by p for geometric distribution. Okay, mean mu is 1 by p and variance of x is equal to q by p square. Okay, you have to remember these things. Even this proof is also important. Derivation of mean and variance of x is also important. We'll see the problems in the next class. Thank you so much for listening.